Previously on Anachronology.
Oh, everybody had goddamn Beanie Babies in 1993.
Trying to think of what the he's got cold sores from hitting the cookie pipe.
The Anachronauts. They travel through time by downloading history to their brains and archive the past in order to save the future. With their trusty brain download computer, the Epic Traversier, they randomly visit the past year after year. Join them as they embark on their next adventure. Prepare yourself for Anachronology.
Hello, Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you happen to be listening or watching this. This is Anachronology. I am Clay, along my co-host Tom, a fellow Anachronaut. Thank you guys so much. If you're a first-time watcher or a returning visitor, listener, watcher, subscriber, thank you so much for joining us here on Anachronology, the show where it's about damn time.
Amen, my man. Yeah, welcome back. And if you're first time watching, you're in for a treat. I can't say that. Maybe you'll like the show, maybe you won't. But if you have been watching, we love you guys. We've been watching in total awe as we keep gaining subscribers and view counts on the YouTube. You like us. You really like us. It's been touching. I've cried to Clay on numerous occasions. It's beautiful. So thank you and keep it up. We love it.
Thank you for all the subscribers, all the views on our shows, and to the newest member of the Patreon Brotherhood, Raymond. Thank you so much for joining Peter as the first two musketeers of Anachronology. And if you guys are new listening to us, my co-host Tom and I, we are tasked with by our computer overlords and AI producer with archiving history in chronological disorder from 1982 to present day. We have to take what the supercomputer gives us, whether that be science, sports, technology, movies, TV, toys, advertisement, anything and everything that happened in any given year, and we get served up a little melange, and it's up to us to give it to you guys in some sort of enjoyable entertainment type show. And this is show number 8, I believe. So
8 is great.
So we've only, out of the decades that we are tasked with covering, we've only hit 8 different years. So we got a lot more to cover. And as we said, thank you guys so much again for liking and subscribing. We couldn't do this without you. We're having a blast of a time. Every show is different. Every time something new. So I have no idea where we're going today. But if you guys want to support us, we're just going to throw this right here. You can just hit us with a little subscribe button. That's for free. Just subscribe to our social media. And if you want to throw us $5, that's our Patreon link right there. Every week for every episode, you get a bonus category and a bonus super secret segment that is just for the eyes of our Patreon members. So if you like our show, subscribe for free. And if you really like our show, that Patreon is $5.
It's totally worth it. It's totally fun. We have a great time doing it. I think it's almost criminal how much fun Clay and I have doing these. We like to call them Anachronology After Dark. Obviously, stuff gets pretty wild and fun. But we just try to create something unique for everybody. Obviously, thank you, Peter and Ray. And if you're interested and wondering what it's about, we try to post up a lot of the kind of super secret categories and other things that encompass each year in this.
To find today's time coordinates from the Epoch Traverser.
Oh, and you just cut me off, bro?
Dude. I keep saying 2000. I'm going to go 1999. I keep saying 2000.
1999? 1986. Go. Way off.
What's our beat?
Oh, shit. It's hot. Yeah.
Man.
Break it down. Every episode, the ladies do such a great job. They just get down on this 8-bit flavor here.
The 8-bit bust a move.
Incredible. Amazing.
Well, what is love, digital 8-bit ladies? Baby, don't hurt me.
And 2012, got it. AI producer just chomping at the bit to find out what year we're going to this episode, I guess. But Thanks, AI producer. Yeah, it looks like 2012, bro. Nothing is like ringing bells much, you know.
I know I moved into,
that
I think it was around 2012, moved into a new apartment, was doing a bunch of stand-up in 2012.
Okay.
I don't think there is anything else, at least in my personal life, that's doing some stand-up and traveling around. That was kind of like the biggest thing that I remember. From
Big one. That's a big accolade there. Yeah, I don't know. Again, nothing until we take the temporal travel back in time. I will be way better versed at talking about 2012. But yeah, I mean, again, this is the fun part of the show. It is the magic 8 ball of the show. We get to say we're going back to this year, and then we shake it up and figure out what categories it is we're even going to have to talk about. So I have no real strengths or weaknesses in 2012. So bring it the hell on, dude.
Yeah, and for something that is, only like what's it, 12 years in the past, it seems like far away. It doesn't seem far away, but like over the decade, it's like, man, that does seem kind of far away. So I wonder what we're going to be downloaded with. Because once again, if you do the show every time, it's different. It's not always the same categories. We're just at a loss as you guys are. So we got to get jacked in and figure out what the heck we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, so we'll be right back. Join us in 2012, and we'll get wild. Here we go.
Access granted.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
This portion of Anachronology is brought to you by Alfredo Manchango's Cheese Emporium. Calling all cheese lovers, Alfredo Manchango's Cheese Emporium awaits. Dive into the tri-state area's premier cheese destination, home to the most extensive selection around. Indulge without breaking the bank. Don't miss out on our half-price spoil bin, overflowing with incredibly stinky, discounted cheesy bargains. Beat the rush. Parking's a challenge and extremely limited, but the cheese awaits. Arrive early for your culinary adventure. Alfredo Manchango's, where passion meets palate, spreading the curd of the Lord with every bite. Alfredo Manchango's Cheese Emporium, parking lot stabbing free since 2023.
Hello, Anachronology viewers. I am here to remind you that you can view or listen to our program on any of the available social media platforms. You have a multitude of choices to enjoy our weekly adventures throughout the space-time continuum. We thank you for your continued support and look forward to providing you with incredible content and amazing nostalgic feels. Now back to your regular scheduled year. Goodbye. You are watching Anachronology.
You are, man.
You're back. You guys made it. Great. Thanks for coming.
I'm like constipated after just hearing that ad, honestly, that Cheese Emporium thing. I don't know if I could hang, dude.
You can get cleaned out with the half-price spoil bin. I think anything in there will just...
Highly possible. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. And welcome to 2012. You survived the journey. Here we are. And it's it feels kind of like 2024, but now we just know more about 2012. So that's hella exciting.
Welcome, Tom and Clay, to the year 2012.
Oh, thanks, AI producer.
Well, better late than never, AI producer. Thanks so much. And at the start of every year we jump to, we always have to do a little year in review to figure out what the heck was going on. So let's start with 2012's presidential election, United States presidential election between Barack Obama and Mitt Romney. I can remember being in a bar when this election night, and I can remember everyone losing their minds because Barack got his second term. And if y'all thought that this election go around is a little wild, I should say this actually was the wildest one that I remember because, you know, Barack Obama, the color of his skin, people losing their minds. That seems like a very, very small hill to jump over, considering what we're dealing with the octogenarians that are running for office this time around. I would love to go back to 2012 to make this decision all over again.
Yeah, this is a walk in the park compared to what we're going to be facing in this current election year. But yeah, they were both just like, Mitt Romney was just very, I don't know, he has a very punchable face, I think. He always has. And then, you know, Barack, just being cool, bro. I don't know.
I think Mitt
Wow.
Romney's family is a Mormon. I think they have like I think that's why the punchable face comes in. Like those Mormons have a very limited gene pool from all the intermarriage. So I think that's where it just kind of distills down into that kind of
Smitten. Very smitten. That's what the word. He's smitten.
And if you're a return viewer to this program, you know that the year in review is also full of great news. So here's the next great thing of 2012. Oh, there we go. Look, that's a nice photo.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a photo. It's very nice.
Hang that on the hearth.
But here we go. Hurricane Sandy. Devastating storm struck the Caribbean and the eastern United States, causing widespread destruction and claiming many lives. It was one of the costliest natural disasters in U.S. history, and probably the most expensive thing that got lost was this roller coaster that was on the Jersey Shore. Now it's in the Jersey.
That's sad. Yeah, one less eyesore to look at. One down, a lot to go. Mother Nature.
The footage of like New York City flooding when Sandy went through was nuts. I mean, if this storm could do this to a giant, structure above ground, imagine what the hell happened to all the tunnels underneath that city, just coming up with all the rats and trash and hobos.
The stink alone.
Next, there we go. This seems to happen every 4 years. We got some of the London Olympics. The 2012 Summer Olympics took place in London, England, with athletes from around the world competing in various sports and events. And here's Usain Bolt with the London mascot. I don't know what
is that the mascot?
I think so. It's got the embossed logo of the Olympics on it. I don't know why it's a cyclops. That's
the one-eyed creature, I guess, is a choice.
Yeah.
Speak to the designers of this mascot, but
as cool as Usain Bolt is, he's got nothing on USA. Michael Phelps won his
darling.
Won 4 golds and 2 silver medals in the London Games, his 18th career gold medal and 22nd overall, becoming the most decorated Olympian ever.
Yeah, bro. He was kind of like Michael Jordan of swimming for a little while. He definitely rode that train. And then all of a sudden, everybody they found out that he took massive bong rips, and everybody was like, I don't know.
If I had
that lung power, though, dude, it proved.
If I had lung capacity to swim underwater like this dude, next logical step is how big of a bong rip can I take using my superpowered lungs? So, Michael Phelps, you're okay in our book. There's anyone who is knocking you for that leaked photo of you chiefing on weed, man.
You're cool with us, bro.
Yeah, you're cool with us.
Good company.
More good news. The European financial crisis. The Eurozone continued to grapple with a financial crisis, with countries such as Greece, Spain, and Italy facing economic turmoil and austerity measures. I mean, for this being the 2012 European financial crisis, I know a couple episodes ago in 2010 we had the repercussions from the real estate collapse in the United States. 2010 financial crisis. It's just, I think like any year there's going to be a financial crisis, whether it's over here, whether it's in Europe, whether it's an Asian country. I mean,
comes with the territory, man. What goes up must come down. It's like.
Unless you have, I guess, like millions of dollars, we're always in a financial crisis. So sorry, fellow poor people.
Womp womp.
What do we got here? Oh, good. No, this is great. Yeah, good. The movie theater shooting, tragic mass shootings, Aurora. That's just a horrible looking.
Wow.
The CSI people have to put in the recreate the crime scene where
Yikes.
The bullets entered the seats, knowing full well that a person who used to be alive was sitting there.
I really hope they didn't use what it looks like to be movie theater straws to reenact this. I think
probably that guy shot so many rounds.
Incredibly poor taste. If that's
shot so many rounds is what they had. And speaking of that guy, that's Adam Lanza. That's at the Sandy Hook shooting. That's a guy's a real piece of work. This was the guy from Aurora, Colorado, with his Joker makeup. Why am I here again? Yeah. Oh, right, the murders. Like any of these psychopaths who goes into a public place, or even if they do it in their own home. I mean, if you guys are really that hard up to take a gun and kill a bunch of people, just calm down, take a breath, turn on yourself, just take care of yourself. Don't.
If that were only the case. Yeah, I forgot all about this guy, and that it was in 2012. Unfortunately, that's just a commentary on our state of affairs and where we live. I think every mass shooting is just shadowed by the next one. And it's fucked up to even laugh at that. But
So
yeah, I mean, this piece of shit.
This guy, total piece of shit. And Whitney Houston, unfortunately, passes away in 2012. It was
in Heaven an Angel.
February of 2012, and obviously her career spanning a couple decades. Incredible voice. Unfortunately, she looks like stunning right here. This is one of the final photos.
Say, let's get an after photo.
Yeah, she's definitely.
Poor thing.
She looks like she's on her way out. Like she's got handlers taking her through the back entrance somewhere. She looks a little lost. I prefer to remember her though in 1991 singing arguably the greatest rendition of the Star Spangled Banner.
Chills.
At the
Chills. She set the bar real high. Yep.
R.I.P. Whitney. But here. You are a star among the stars, and here we went to the planets among the stars. NASA's Curiosity rover successfully landed on Mars, beginning its mission to explore the Martian surface. And on August 5th, 2012, the NASA Curiosity rover landed on Mars. It celebrated the achievement 1 year later by singing "Happy Birthday" to itself to preserve the robot's battery supply. It never sang the song again.
That's sad,
dude. That is very, very cute. Like, oh, it's singing its birthday by itself, and then that's all you get. We got to cut down the juice. I'm sorry, Mars robot. You have to go there, live out the end of your days, and also you can't even have a birthday party. We don't have enough juice.
We're just gonna abandon you and leave you on Mars until maybe in another 50 years we make it there, and we're like, oh yeah, here's the Mars rover. Cool, found it.
So on August 5th, if you guys want to sing "Happy Birthday" to the Mars rover, by all means, just point your face towards Mars.
All right, buddy.
In Facebook IPO, Facebook, the social media giant, went public with its initial public offering in May of 2012, marking one of the largest tech IPOs in history. Man, little stock tip for anybody out there: if you have money to put in the stock market, do it. Do it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, do it. I mean, I don't know how much money you would have if you bought, let's say 100 shares of Facebook in 2012, but I think you'd probably be doing pretty good. Even if
all right.
Yeah, I think you'd be doing pretty good. Lord knows Zuckerberg, the guy's building a bunker underneath a island in Hawaii. So
that in training to MMA fight in his spare time as well.
Yeah, so that's where all your stock, all the shareholders' money went into his bunker and his jujitsu classes.
Nice job, everybody.
And of course, we couldn't have 2012 without the fearing of the end of days. The 2012 phenomenon was a range of, here's a big word, eschatological beliefs that cataclysmic or transformative events would occur on or around 21st December 2012. This date was regarded as the end date of a 5,126-year-long cycle of the Mesoamerican long count calendar, and festivities took place on December 21st, 2012 to commemorate the event in countries that were part of the Maya civilization: Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, with the main events at the Chichen Itza in Mexico and the Tikal in Guatemala.
Yeah, imagine the strike of midnight on that night, though. Everybody's just like waiting, and then you're just like, God damn it.
I would have loved to gone to a end of days party where people actually took it seriously, because there is, I'm guessing, all the drugs and drink and naked boning you could probably want to get as the last day on Earth. I could only imagine, dude.
Oh, hells yeah, absolutely. Mayans knew how to party and sacrifice. Two great things. Two great tastes.
So
interesting. Wow.
So that was a little year in review.
2012. Now we're learning about the inner makings of it. I did not remember any of that. So
hey, that's for all of the terrible things that happened in 2012 that we were just reminded of. There's got to be some good stuff that we need to at least talk about more in depth. So I wonder if AI producer, do you want to do your job and help us out, tell us what we got to do here, man? Come on, AI, you're all chomping at the bit.
That would be nice.
Meeting Anachronauts. Welcome to today's year. Please proceed in discussing the following categories provided by your galactic overlords. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
What does 2012 hold? Something fun. Something light, airy.
Yeah, right after the death and destruction.
Hey, that's pretty
good. Games. All right.
The category is video games.
Take it. It's a good get.
What do we
Hit
got?
it. 2.
Toys.
Also lighthearted,
The category
fun.
is toys.
Interesting though. 2012 toys. And advertising.
The category is advertising.
Solid 3. Very solid.
Oh man. Ooh. Well,
let the categories begin.
Get it. Here we go, bud.
Well,
Not bad. Not bad.
Video games, toys, advertising, kind of like kind of thematic, I guess, a little bit. You know what I mean? A little bit thematic for what we're offered here. So okay, so we got some video games. I'm trying to just off the top of my head think of anything from 10, 15 years ago. I don't know. We should probably just jump right in here. Let's see what we got here. Adding to the
Roll up our
stage.
sleeves.
So let me see. What do you got here, air producer? So here are some, I guess we'll call these like some honorable mentions. There was Lego Lord of the Rings. There
I do
was
remember this. Yes.
Lego Batman 2 DC Superhero.
Double down.
There was Borderlands 2. So we got a bunch of sequels here.
Yeah.
Darksiders 2. Okay.
Wow.
Here. Far Cry 3. Okay. That's another sequel.
It's a very popular one.
Max Payne 3. Okay. That's another sequel.
Sure.
Halo 4. Okay.
Wow.
That's another sequel.
Taking me back.
Kingdom Hearts. What is this called again here? Kingdom Hearts
3D
Dream Drop Distance. Okay. That's on the Nintendo 3DS. Hitman Absolution. That is
nothing wrong with a good Hitman game.
That's another sequel. Resident Evil. Okay. That's Resident Evil 6, I believe.
Man. That's insane. I didn't pay attention after 2.
Yeah, quite a bit of those are just some honorable mentions. So I'm going to start with Twisted Metal. I remember Twisted Metal on the PlayStation. The first PlayStation. I think there was like a demo disc that came with it, and I remember playing that quite a bit. But this is obviously the 2012 release, and Twisted Metal is a series of vehicular combat video games published by Sony Computer Entertainment and developed by various companies. Twisted Metal is the most recent game in the Twisted Metal series, so they didn't even bother changing the name. They just called it. It's like the most recent.
Remember Twisted Metal?
Remember Twisted Metal? Here, it's Twisted Metal, featuring multiple drivers and tracks. And I know that
Carnage, that game.
There is a television show, Twisted Metal, that came out that a couple people
I watched it. I guiltily did watch most of it, and it was one of those like stupid fun things that you were just like, it was kind of terrible all around, but I felt just like, yeah, some kitschy excuse for violence and post-apocalyptic racing, sure. And it had like Anthony Mackie was like the main character in it, the guy who's like
Black Captain America.
Yeah. So he like definitely kind of takes the reins, but I mean, it had all like the pretty much, the big characters in it, the clown, and it kind of it was really universe building. Like, I don't remember playing the game much and getting into it for the idea of like, oh, cool, I'm into like all like the lineage of the characters and stuff, but they definitely took those liberties in the show and just made, I think, like 10 episodes or something of it. It was fairly long.
I have gotten people from work have told me that it's a pretty good watch. Let me see here. I think we just at least have let's do a little look at the gameplay from the PlayStation 3 trailer.
PS3, baby.
Of Twisted Metal. Let's see here. Oh, what do we got?
Their emptiness makes me whole.
There we go. Okay.
Their weakness makes me strong.
A terrible B movie.
Their destruction is my creation.
Oh,
here it is. Destroy it.
That's what we want. Oh, hell's yeah. Yeah. Took it up a notch, too.
I mean, that's 2012, too.
No.
Oh, doll face. Don't make her angry.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a little farmhouse that you're gonna go destroy. It's a little house on the prairie. That one is safe.
Yeah, I don't feel like the original one had so much like carnage where people were like hanging out of the cars and stuff. It was all just like the cars had like, rocket launchers and machine guns and stuff. That was what you did.
Yeah,
this is really amped up.
This very night
yeah, the production value on this commercial is terrible.
for PlayStation.
PS3.
It does. It just feels like a fan. It's got like fan-made trailer energy. strange.
Yeah, it's
That
so
looks fun. I never got to play it. Like you said, I think my time with it was the old school PlayStation, just like ripping around in it. There was nothing like it. It was like it's a sweet jam.
So next up on the list is Diablo 3, and also Diablo 4, I believe, came out. This is the beginning of 2024, I think. So it took 12
Barely
years
then.
for a sequel to this game. Diablo 3 is a 2012 online-only hack and slash action role-playing game developed and published by Blizzard. Well, Blizzard getting there, dude. Blizzard with World of Warcraft. I did not know that they also were
Hells yeah.
Blizzard was behind Diablo. That makes a lot of sense, though. The third installment, the Diablo franchise, released for Microsoft and Windows. It came out for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in 2014, and the Nintendo Switch, November 2018. And it took a little while. It took only 6 years for you to get it.
Gotta figure out that gameplay on the Switch.
Hold on, that actually makes me sound like like the Switch. I think might have come out in 2018. So that okay. So that I guess it can't come out. You can't have a game for a system that isn't out yet. So I'll let it slide. Nintendo Switch. I'll let it slide. Set 20 years after the events of Diablo 2, players control one of 7 character classes: a barbarian, a crusader, a demon hunter, monk, necromancer, witch doctor, or wizard, and are tasked with defeating Diablo.
Have played this and thoroughly enjoyed it.
I remember Diablo 2 on PC. I definitely played that.
That was amazing.
I did not play Diablo 3, but we do have let me see if we can share this. Look here. What do we got? It
was cool. It was like couch co-op too on the PS, I think 3 or 4 when it came out, and it was fun. And it was like you could just rain hell on people, and it was good leveling up. It gave you all the things you wanted in a Diablo game.
Yeah, this gameplay that we've got here from AI Producer, I scrubbed through this slightly, and the thing that grabbed my attention was this character right here is just a little chicken running around. So you can be turning yourself to a chicken. So let's just see like what damage this chicken does.
The chicken fucks shit up.
So chicken's just going nuts, and then
oh my god,
and then it just gets like inundated with a bunch of enemies.
Yeah, they throw a lot of shit at you in these games. Hence why I think like the co-op is essential, and you just can it's carnage, man. It's crazy.
And I believe that this techno track is not part of Diablo 3.
It should be.
But that's the next one. Don't sneaky.
I personally always were playing techno bangers every time I was playing it in my house, so makes sense.
So
Tracks.
that has not gone the way of the dodo, having an online system or online multimedia player where you go and get a shit ton of enemies coming at you, where you have to defeat them all for like however long the waves last, and then you have to go defeat the big baddie. Next up, Mass Effect 3. So I haven't played any of the Mass Effects, but I know that they have a big following. Action role-playing video game developed by BioWare, published by Electronic Arts. Third major entry in the Mass Effect series, and the final installment of the original trilogy, released in March of 2012 for Windows, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3. Received universal acclaim, while Microsoft Windows and the Wii U versions received generally favorable reviews. And according to the aggregator Metacritic, for Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, finished with scores of 93 out of 100, respectively.
Wow.
So the thing that I do know that this spawned also was some memes. That's the Shepherd guy. So apparently you get some credits in this game, has 30,000 credits to spend on an arming crew to save the galaxy. Smirky face spends $25,000 on an aquarium. So I guess you can buy an aquarium for your apartment in Mass Effect 3, which was obviously they did not have in Mass Effect 2. You could not, I don't know, but
this I think level up that badass. No.
Yeah, not an aquarium. What else is the other one? Commander Shepard. This is my favorite store in the Citadel. Apparently, in-game credits are quite the part of the gameplay for Mass Effect 3. Most traumatizing events in Shepard's life, mentioned by everyone he meets. I think this is also a running gag where whatever like choices he had to make to kill, whether it's people that he knew as friends or other alien species. I guess apparently poor Commander Shepard has not really had that good of a time, and everyone in the game seems to remind him about it. But Mass Effect 3, Tom, did you ever play any Mass Effect?
I have not. It's actually one of the titles that I've heard lots of good things about, just never made it into any system I had, but I've heard good things. I've heard it does have a devout following. Obviously, if any game makes 3, it's doing something right. And I guess I hope for everybody that played it stuck the landing,
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I know it has a big following, and anytime that there is like a space game that when you can do a space game well, without having without having to rely on buying an aquarium from your apartment, I think you're doing okay. But yeah, for getting 3 games, probably if you're into RPG space games, Mass Effect might be up your alley if you haven't played it yet. Now, this one I have never heard of before. Lollipop Chainsaw, 2012 action adventure hack and slash game developed by a collaboration between Goichi Suda, also known by his nickname Suda51, and filmmaker James Gunn. The game was published in Japan in 2012, and James Gunn later drew influence from Lollipop Chainsaw when he directed Suicide Squad. It inspired Harley Vision, where the gory murders are depicted through Harley's starry-eyed way of looking at life by mixing hearts and beautiful little things with blood that is coming out of people Harley is killing. In 2022, the Kodoka Games successor Dragami Games announced a remake of Lollipop Chainsaw set to be released in 2023. However, it was changed from a remake to a remaster based on players' request. And as stated, Yasuda and Gunn said they were not involved in the remake project, the remaster rather. The remaster was going to be titled Lollipop Chainsaw Repop, and it was later delayed until 2024. So if let me see here, I know we have some footage of or let's see the trailer of Lollipop Chainsaw, and it has a little James Gunn action. So let's take a look and see what we got.
A lot going on in that image of the cover.
Yeah, well, let's wait till this. Let's see the footage. Very Harley Vision-esque.
Yeah, I feel it.
Got
yep.
a little good old DCMA. Song we don't know. The cheerleader. Oh, look at her! Japanese games love having the cheerleaders do a little cheering. It's all gone to hell.
Cue the zombies and give her a chainsaw for some reason. Perfect.
Hollywood director James Gunn.
Oh wow!
Like a douchebag in a commercial.
Just some decapitation. Let's see some. Okay, this supposed to be some gameplay. Yeah. All right. Carnage. TNA. Sweet moves.
So that must have been how they got around. I guess getting. Well, I don't know. I mean, she's let it all on display there with that Harley Vision.
Yeah.
That must have been how it. I mean, it does say M for mature, but I guess they made it a little less gory by having all those stars and rainbows and things.
Yeah, there you go. Put some rainbows, some sparkles on it.
Lollipop Chainsaw, a game I've never heard of, and yet here it is by one of the current world's directors in charge of multi-billion-dollar franchises such as the Guardians of the Galaxy and whatever DC project he's Suicide Squad, and then I think
the new right.
So keep an eye out for a Lollipop Chainsaw Easter egg in the newest Superman. Dragon's Dogma, the OG.
Sweet.
Gameplay focuses on Arisen, a customable avatar exploring the Grand Seas, completing quests and fighting monsters in real-time combat. The protagonist is accompanied by pawns characters who provide combat support and advice. The protagonist has one customized pawn and 2 additional pawns, either preset with the game or customized pawns shared by other players through an online lobby. Both standard combat and boss battles involve grappling with or climbing on enemies.
Capcom too.
Yeah, like Capcom. So this says in Japan, received positive reviews, scores of 8, 9, 8, 9. Gave it a Hall of Fame Gold Award, praising the game's variety in combat, effectiveness, working all together with the pawns, an exceptionally fun side quest, and the uniqueness of each vocation. In the Western world, Dragon's Dogma received generally favorable reviews from critics, according to review aggregator website Metacritic. I know
played
that
it.
the Dragon's Dogmas 2 that is come out in this year, I've seen players are upset because of the microtransaction element of the game, something that was absent, I believe, from the first one. One thing that I saw, which people are very upset about, in order to fast travel from one location to another, you have to spend some sort of money. And Dragon's Dogma 2, that's kind of a dick move.
That's weak.
Yeah, if you're going to actually have people spend some microtransaction money on just trying to get from point A to point B. But I believe we have a little bit of, let me see here. I think we have some Dragon's Dogma gameplay or reveal trailer. We'll fire this up.
And you had me at Dragons.
Yeah, that's sword and sorcery, fantasy stuff. It's up my alley. A new legend is born.
Yeah, I just completely missed this.
And Capcom's good.
Hell's yeah.
The dragon is ever born in you into the world, and with it too, the arisen.
Kind of like basic to look at that, but it is 2012. But the dragon looks dope as hell. You wanna
Ooh, fight them snakes.
Here the big enemies.
Looks fairly good.
It's 2012 too.
Night is come. The dragon's reign at last begins.
Wow.
You can go down to a dungeon.
Gotta have a dungeon.
Me, it is yours alone.
You gotta have a spooky figure. Gotta run and jump off hills.
Yeah, I always like when a game lets you kind of go between sword and bow and arrow too. That's pretty solid.
Flaming arrows, rideable griffin, or at least climbable. Whoa, mage with the
Oh
barbed?
yeah, there we go. Give me that magic.
Open up some lizard men.
Yeah, kicking ass. Ooh yeah. I mean, it ain't no Witcher 3, but it's feeling pretty fun.
Oh, nice little imp.
Ooh yeah. Yeah, wow. Going big.
So, I mean, not too shabby for a 2012, sword and sorcery game where you are relying on teamwork to take down giant, oversized enemies. For something that has slipped through or fell through the cracks when I was had a PlayStation 3. If you are into older games and are not liking Dragon's Dogma 2, hey, maybe go back to the well
OG.
and go to the OG. Yeah. Speaking of things that are kind of OG. The Amazing Spider-Man. So the Amazing Spider-Man open world video game based on the Marvel Comics character, and the 2012 film of the same name. So this is the Andrew Garfield adaptation.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say the Tobey Maguires had kind of washed up after that. Before that.
It always, whether it's the NES, Super Nintendo, or Genesis, PlayStation 3, the new generation, there always seems to be a Spider-Man game. You know, there just always seems to be, for whatever reason. I mean, he's a cool character, and his powers he has is dope. But I know that the newest ones, the one for the next gen consoles with Miles Morales, playable character, that's gotten mucho acclaim for how much you can feel like you are Spider-Man.
Yeah, they've really upped the ante. But I mean, I think it's probably that it's the synergy of that Sony brand, the Sony movies. They probably paid enough for those rights to Spider-Man. They were like, you bet your ass we're making a video game too. Yeah, and I mean, I don't really remember this one. I find it interesting that they're marketing it in with the Move too, which was their big kind of tactile, different way to kind of immerse people.
We do have some video footage. I don't believe it is with using the Move, but that is man. I don't. we had. I don't know how that works because it seems like in my mind's eye, like that does seem like a cool. If you could use the Move controller to like web sling, like that seems like it would be cool. Fun. but I highly doubt that is what happened.
Yeah, it's not as cool as we're thinking it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we will go here to the videotape. Let's see. We'll share this, and then we're going to go look at Swinging to Action, the Amazing Spider-Man gameplay. I want to get rid of this. Oh, okay. So New York City.
And apparently this was open world.
Yeah.
Wow. For the time, not too bad. Kind of has to be with Spider-Man, you know?
Yeah, we're trying to get to him like web slinging, man. Let me see how you like. Here we go. He's gonna happen.
There we go. Jump around a little bit.
Yeah, we gotta compare and contrast to the what came out 12 years later.
Because that, honestly, not too bad for 2012. No, not bad at all.
Right?
I mean, what I'll say is the graphics are definitely enhanced in like the new one, but there's a lot of this, you know, there's a lot of just like you swing around for a lot of the game. It's fun.
Yeah, I don't know if we have any of him fighting anyone. Here we go, a little fight. So also similar.
Yep, the dodge and the parrying and all that shit was big.
It looks jankier though.
It does look jankier. It does, yeah. And like piecing combos together seems a little bit rigid, but yeah. But this is what they worked on these mechanics in the following, you know,
whatever processing power they had built the game around. Like there is no cars going by. There's no other pedestrians. Like there's just fighting on an empty basketball court.
You know, like one does in New York City most times.
Where they got the money for.
Got to get that pickup game in, and some rough looking guys come on over to you.
So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say like a total crap game, but you know, for 2012, again, not too shabby for a Spider-Man game. Now here we go, a little bit of independent Journey. Now there is quite a bit of information on this that I just got to sift through here. So the player controls a robed figure in a vast desert traveling towards a mountain in the distance. Other players on the same journey can be discovered, and two players can meet and assist each other, but they cannot communicate via speech or text and cannot see each other's names until after the game's credits. The only form of communication between the two is a musical chime, which transforms dull pieces of cloth found throughout the levels into vibrant red, affecting the game world and allowing the player to progress through levels. Developers thought to evoke in the player a sense of smallness and wonder, and to forge an emotional connection between them and the anonymous players they meet along the way. Reviewers of the game praised the visual and auditory art as well as the sense of companionship created by playing with a stranger, calling it a moving and emotional experience, and have since listed it as one of the greatest video games of all time. It won several Game of the Year awards and received several other awards and nominations, including Best Score, Visual Media, and there is a collector's edition out now. So that is, to me, a really cool gameplay mechanic where, because it's online, if someone else is playing and you don't know who they are, they're a complete stranger, you can't talk to them, you can't like text to them, you don't know who they are until after the game is, but it's your goal to help each other to like get to progress the game. That is a pretty cool mechanic.
Yeah, it's a super unique one too. And so this was like indie. So like, what was this on, like Steam or online only?
I believe it did come out.
Was even around then. Probably was.
I don't know if Steam was out. I know it was out on PlayStation for sure.
Oh, cool.
But let's see here.
Missed it again. Jeez.
We got a little. Well, here's a little 10. Here's a little. If you missed it, here's a little 10-year anniversary trailer for 2012. But give you a little look at what we got here.
Damn, 10 years ago.
Listen to some of the music. I mean, the visual, the art design is super cool. It's kind of like post-apocalyptic looking.
Yeah.
But super like almost like weirdly Art Deco-y.
It's different as hell.
An irreplaceable piece of art.
That's cool.
A song without words.
Okay, GameSpot.
Yeah, so this must be when you like meet someone, like when you meet another player, and you guys like go to try and solve whatever problem needs to be solved. I mean, that looks gorgeous.
That's really cool.
It can be experienced by everyone. On some underwater stuff. Shadow and Light is cool.
Damn.
Yeah, pretty epic.
Again, just completely flew under my radar, but looks enticing and fun.
So that was Journey, the game of the year for 2012.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that is for being a non, blow everything up off the screen, hack everything apart. Music unlocks things. Like it's a very, like I want to say, like wholesome approach to a video game. So if you guys like something a little outside of the box, like indie, kind of scaled down, at least in terms of how much wacky stuff is going on, maybe we'll look at the 10th anniversary edition of Journey that came out 2012, and the exact opposite of that, Hotline Miami, which is also an independent game. Hotline Miami, a 2012 top-down shooter game developed by Donation Games and published by developer Digital for Windows, set in 1989 Miami, and revolves primarily around an unnamed silent protagonist dubbed Jacket by fans, not even by the creators, by the fans of the game, receiving coded messages on his answering machine instructing him to commit massacres against the local Russian mafia. The gameplay blends a top-down perspective with stealth, and the story features extreme violence and surreal storytelling, along with a soundtrack and visuals inspired by 80s subculture.
Interesting. It was basically like Hold My Beer, Grand Theft Auto. I could do better than that.
I do own this game. And this game, I bought this when because there was a sequel came out. It was like a package deal. And this game is dope. Let me see here. We'll pull up the trailer for it. Here we go. Here's a little Hotline Miami for you.
And this was PS4?
Yeah, when it came out.
Cool. I like it already.
Yeah, definitely retro.
Oh, totally. Oh, shit. Top down. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's almost like harkens back to like old arcade style.
Oh, yeah. Like 16-bit too, like if that. It feels like the OG Grand Theft Auto, that top-down perspective.
It's like the more, but somehow more violent.
Oh yeah, way more violent. Wow.
Yeah.
Why stop there?
Yeah, so that's a little Hotline Miami. If you guys are like old school retro games, definitely blowing the shit out of stuff. Like you were playing back in the day, like Tom and I might have on an NES or a Super NES. Check out Hotline Miami if you do have a next generation console. They have the package deal for this and its sequel. I know because I own it. And who could forget the year of 2012 in video games without I would say the game of the year. Drum roll, please. Euro Truck Simulator 2.
Incredible. Look how fun it looks. Oh my God.
The simulator game, developed and published by SCS Software for Microsoft, Linux, and Mac, was initially released upon development in October 2012. Oh, it's a direct sequel to 2008's Euro Truck Simulator. It is a non-linear. It is set in Europe, featuring articulated trucks. Players drive their truck. Oh no, shit! They drive their truck. Oh, if they don't, okay. Players drive their truck or a quick job truck if they don't have their own truck. So you must like earn a big rig in this game, I guess.
Like in real life, I mean, you got to earn that rig.
Pick up cargo from various locations and deliver it to their destination. As the game progresses, it is possible for them to buy more vehicles and depots, as well as hire other drivers to work for them.
Incredible. I always was kind of enamored with people that could do the simulator thing and just play it, like getting into grooves with it. I've seen, like, I don't know if maybe it is even Euro Truck Simulator, but people build like actual steering wheels and like little enclosures that feel like they're in the truck. It's like at that point, just go drive a truck, man. Like go get that CDL, you know? I mean,
say no more, fam. Look at this dude's setup, bro.
Oh yes, this guy. See, I mean, this is hardcore.
Yeah, so I mean, he has got like all the monitors. He's got I don't even know how much worth of electronics for the steering wheel, the gear shift.
He beefed at that guy.
I mean, dude, I wonder if he even has like if you could bought like an old truck chair, like a truck seat. It's not like a computer chair. Like
I call that a yes. I mean,
Yeah,
look
right?
at this guy, dude. And the fact that he's got like the monitors just set up in the kind of shape of the windows of the truck is wild.
Dude.
I didn't flash him in because he wasn't.
I mean, this is obviously it says,
Downshifting the gears and shit.
yeah. So as you can tell, this video, let's see, this video is 3.5 hours long. I wonder what he does around here. I think he's driving his truck through a tunnel. What is he doing here? Oh, he's driving.
This is not a happy marriage. I'm calling it right now. If he is married, he just goes downstairs. He's like, I'm gonna be on the truck simulator for a while tonight.
Just like a real truck driver. He just like ripped a vape. We could get can you go back to that? Here we go. He's gonna rip a vape in his truck, man. Is that don't drug test
yeah,
him.
of course he's ripping a vape.
Nice. Cloud, brother.
You gotta stay awake, man.
True.
He's all doing like sleeping pills, crushing them up.
Yeah, the no-dos and vaping. You can drive at night. You can drive at night. It is a veritable
wild.
Yeah. So we get back this up. So I do, like you said, like they build all the rigs. Like I know fighter pilots, like, or I don't even fighter pilots, just pilots in general. They build or will have a setup where they can practice. It's like for practicing flying. I know some like Formula One drivers or NASCAR drivers. They also like rebuild the rig.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have like banked money on Euro Truck Simulator having such a
you got to get used to being bored and staying awake. So you know, might as well learn in your cellar.
So that was 2012's video games. A little schmattering, a little bit of everything for you. If there's any standout that I could personally speak for because I played it, Hotline Miami is a banging good time. And if you are one of our listeners in the European market, please send us your setup of Euro Truck Simulator 2.
We'd love to see it.
All right, let me see here. I think it's time for a little bit of a segment. And we like to call this segment Dream Roster. So this is a reoccurring here on Anachronology. This is quickly one of our favorites. If you have never listened to this show or seen the show or know how this game is played, we take the year. We have to take 10 different individuals from television or movies, and each of these individuals has their own, what they bring to the table. And it is up to Tom and myself to pick our own individual 3-person dream roster that we would take with us if we needed to, let's say, like a team, get a job done, whether that's, save someone or rob something or any number of things. But if you need to draw or get a dream roster together, we're using some 2012 crop of people. So for starters on the dream roster, the Green Arrow. All I know about the Green Arrow is he's kind of like Batman. He was like a rich guy who like left his hometown and he comes back and he's got like Hawkeye powers. He's like Robin Hood. Yeah. But so he's rich, he's brooding, and he's very good with a bow and arrow. So that's your Green Arrow.
He's got a lot going for him.
Judge Dredd, Carl Urban's Judge Dredd.
Nice.
He is a man who does not compromise. He follows the law to a T. He has a dope ass handgun where he can talk to it, and it's like, give me a flare, can shoot give me a grenade.
Yeah, he does.
So he is what he lacks for in communication and charisma, he makes up for in firepower.
Does not smile a lot.
We have Bill Murray as FDR from Hyde Park. He was president, so here is a man who has a whole country at his disposal. Canny. Yeah, it is. He has the whole war machine of the United States behind him,
and an awesome cigarette holder, man. God damn!
Don't let the polio that the real FDR has fool you. This man, it was at one time the most powerful man in the world.
Yeah.
Up next, we have Liam Neeson from Taken 2.
Boy, wild card.
Yeah. So the only thing that's like kind of standing out to me with Liam Neeson is I don't know if he was to be on the team. Would we need to kidnap his daughter or wife or something in order for him to go along with the mission?
We need leverage.
I think he is badass. Don't get me wrong. He is badass. But I don't know. It's a little iffy on that. But next, Master Chief from the Halo TV show.
Badass. Yeah.
Dude, a walking super soldier in a mech suit doing sky jumps from space, taking down aliens. I mean, isn't he? I don't even think he ever speaks too. So strong silent type. I mean, come on, Master Chief. Could be a good get. Could be a good.
Real good get.
Korra, the Avatar from Legend of Korra. Doesn't have to be, obviously, like we've seen people from comic books or a real life figure is being played by Bill Murray. Cartoon, perfectly valid. This character could be on one's dream roster. She's a little not coming to her own yet. She needs to figure out how to become the Avatar. So she might be a little, I don't want to say unreliable, but not at her full potential, but still. Korra, the Avatar, you got the elements at your disposal. Tom Cruise is Jack Reacher. Now, this, I feel like this is kind of him punching above his weight. I know that Jack Reacher is a badass character and everything, so I kind of had to throw him in here to have the muscle, but Tom Cruise is 5'6". I mean, I think he was just miscast in this. But if we want to suspend disbelief and give it to Jack Reacher, he is a former, I believe, Army Ranger or Army Special Forces, and spends his days going across the United States righting the injustices that he perceives. So,
and in this case, standing on several apple boxes right now.
Yeah, right. You have to be this tall to be a member of the Dream roster. Coming up next, Jessica Chastain's CIA character from Zero Dark 30. When no one in the world could find Osama bin Laden, they turned to a little someone in Langley, Virginia, who spent their whole life tracking down the man who blew up the World Trade Centers. And this is her. I mean, she got beauty, she's got brains. Yeah,
looking good.
She is a woman on a mission, single tasked. If you need something done, she is going to figure out a way on how to do it. And we have Vampire Dog. So Vampire Dog is the dog from the titular family-friendly movie Vampire Dog.
I was gonna say.
So he is not he is not an evil vampire dog. So I feel like that might be a good thing to have on one.
It's lovable.
Know that going in, he is not. He is man's best friend. He just also so happens to be a vampire dog.
I was going to say, how do the vampire rules work with the dog? Is it all the same things? He can't go out in the sun. Is it that?
I believe so. I believe so.
All rules are on the table for vampire dog.
Yeah, all rules on the table for vampire dog. All vampire rules on the table for vampire dog. And this one, this one's, I mean, I'm just going to lay him out there. It is Jesus from Jesus Christ Superstar, the musical on Broadway.
Damn.
So
wow.
I mean, need I say more?
I don't know.
Jesus from Broadway Superstar, or Broadway musical Jesus Superstar. So you've got Green Arrow, you got Dredd, you got FDR, you got Liam Neeson, you got Halo Master Chief, we got Korra, Jack Reacher, Jessica Chastain from Zero Dark 30, Vampire Dog, and Jesus. Now, Tom, the last two times we did this, I believe one of us, I think I did the first one and I chose all three first, and then you did and you chose all three. I feel like what we should do is you go first and pick one, and that'll be off the table, and then I'll pick one, and that'll be off the table. So we'll ping pong back and forth, but I give you first. First choice. Wow. Yeah, first choice. So who's your first pick?
Three, correct? Three
picks. Yep. So your first
three members to join the team. This is hard because there's a lot of variable strengths, very few weaknesses in the slot. Maybe Tom Cruise. I think my first pick's Liam Neeson, honestly. I feel like I just got to get him aboard my cause. I can maybe lie to him, a little white lie, and say that they have one of his family members, that we've got to do this in order to, so he'll see them again. And I feel he would just give me his undying allegiance, his cunning strength, his fierceness. Yeah, he's on the team, Liam Neeson.
And I think that's probably as also for having he could also be a leader or a good lieutenant. You know what I mean? That's a good choice. He's not so one dimensional. He can think on his own. So that's really good. That's a really good choice. Okay, so Liam's off the table for me. All right. So I think for my first member of my dream roster in 2012. Well, all right. I know there'll be at least my second choice will be there. I have 3 second choices, so I know one of them will be there. I'm gonna go with Dredd. I'm gonna take Dredd.
Yeah.
I like Dredd. He is a man on a mission. He takes no shit off nobody. He may be a little like hard to deal with, but because he is so hell bent on what he needs to do, much like Liam Neeson, he is unwavering in his devotion to his cause. So my round one pick one is Dredd. Is my round one pick one.
It's a great one. It's a great one. He plays kind of by the rules. He has a motto he lives by and dies by. And look at him. He's fierce.
He looks dope as hell.
And he's dope. All right, round two, my pick. I feel like I'm gonna need, Liam Neeson's kind of the heavy. He can fuck some shit up. He's good with his hands. He's intimidating as hell. I need some brains. I need some logistics. And I'm thinking Jessica Chastain also brings the looks into that department as well. So she's sexy. She's smart. Get everybody out of a pickle. Be able to find me anybody at any time in the world. And just look great in aviators. She's in.
Yeah, that's a really good grab. I was hoping you were going to take her because she's probably the smartest person there. That's a good. That is brilliant.
Jesus is still on the board, so I would think Jesus.
Hey, well, yeah, right. Let's. I am not going to take Jesus with my second pick. Much along your thought process with someone who has means far beyond themselves. Their expertise is in what and who they know. I think I'm going to be a surprise. I'm taking FDR. I am taking Bill Murray as FDR because he is the president of the United States. He does have the war machine behind him, which is the the only thing that we've done since we've been a country is go fight people. So the leader of that country, he can make a phone call and say, I want this done. I'm the president of the United States. And not to mention, even if he wants to keep it off the books, the Roosevelts were very wealthy people themselves. So he could probably dip into his own coffers if we needed to keep something a little off the books. So I'm taking El Presidente for my number two.
Yeah, went with a lot of power there. That's a big power position. Yeah, I mean, my first thought was Jesus for my third grab to join the team. However, I've now been swayed to my next choice and final choice, the third person to join the crew. In this case, the third animal. I'm bringing on Vampire Dog, and my reason is I just think he gives me the supernatural element. The element of surprise. He's adorable. No one's going to think he's a vampire dog. And I think that's half of it. He could roll up on any, suspecting guard and just, rip their jugular open and feast on their blood. And they would have never seen that coming. So that's really cool. I guess the only scenario where vampire dog may falter is if I came up against a team that had Jesus and then Jesus and vampire dog fighting each other. It would be a battle of epic proportions. Probably vampire dog losing to Jesus just because I know vampires don't like crosses. So
see,
Vampire Dog.
Excellent choice. I should have taken Vampire Dog with choice too, because I was hoping that would still be on the board because I love the idea of having Vampire Dog on my team. I weighed heavily in thinking putting Jesus on the team. But I think that is probably the most. Well, he is the son of God, so he's probably the most powerful one on the board. Yeah. He might be the best choice, but I don't know. I feel like just knowing how I haven't been to church since I was confirmed all those years ago, and all the blaspheming and all that. I'm sure I probably have said "God damn it" on this show already. If I haven't, there you go. So I think Jesus would, as much as he would forgive him, Father, he knows not what he does. Like Jesus, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to go, we're trying to dream roster this thing. I feel like he might be too much of a handful for me. So I'm going to go with also supernatural and a nice bringing some diversity to the crew. I'm taking Cora. She might not be the most reliable. She did disappear for a little while when she went to the spirit world and kind of abandoned everyone in Republic City. But she is also the Avatar. She is the master of the elements. And she can kick a whole bunch of ass. We can command all the elements. And although she is not Jesus, she basically might as well have superpowers
Jesus-like.
on par with some sort of mythological religious being.
Mm.
So, Tom, you got yourself Liam Neeson. You got yourself Jessica Chastain and Vampire Dog. That is a good
Going
grab.
to war. Going to
And
war.
I got myself Dredd. I got myself FDR, and I have Korra from The Legend of Korra. And that, ladies and gentlemen,
Nicely
is
done.
your dream roster for 2012. Did you play along at home? Who would you have taken? Why don't you write it down in the comments down below, please? Who would you put on your 2012 dream roster?
Very nicely done. An awesome first category, an awesome segment. We always like throwing in a little fun with the segments here on Anachronology. Let's take a quick break. Say what up to another great sponsor of the show. We'll come back. Category 2. I'm excited.
You're back.
So hang tight.
We'll be right back after these messages. Go get yourself some gabagool.
Are you ready for an adventure unlike any other? Welcome to Monkey Chasers. Forget laser tag and trampoline parks or rock climbing gyms. Dive into the thrill of the chase as you track wild monkeys through our enclosed jungle obstacle course. Your only mission? Chasing screaming monkeys. Planning a children's party? Look no further. Monkey Chasers is the ultimate adventure destination for young explorers. Watch as laughter echoes throughout the jungle gym, making memories last that'll be a lifetime. Now, warning, there's no horsing around here. It's all about getting down to monkey business and channeling your inner Tarzan. Strap on your gear, brace for the wild, and chase those mischievous monkeys at your own risk. Dash, climb, and swing as you embark on the ultimate monkey chase adventure. Monkey Chasers, where every chase becomes a wild expedition. Monkey Chasers.
You are watching Anachronology.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, welcome back. Did you like that sponsor, Monkey Chasers? Do you have a children's party that you need to figure out what to do? Call it Monkey Chasers. Let your kids go chase some monkeys. It's fun.
Sounds great. I mean, I'm sure you have to sign a couple of documents before you let your child roam into a giant arena with monkeys, but it sounds wonderful.
And what else sounds wonderful is, hey, if you guys don't mind or would you like, how you just do a little subscribe. That's free. You can subscribe to the channel. You can subscribe to our social medias. Or if you want to be extra nice and if you want to throw us a couple bucks, you can go check out our Patreon, where every episode we drop a new super secret category and segment just for those members of Patreon. So, who Raymond and Peter, we mentioned at the top of the show, but thank you guys again. I hope you enjoyed what came in the mail this Monday. But
stuff.
Enough of that. We got to move on to our next category called toys. Toys. So,
toys.
Well, Thomas,
Interesting.
you and I are. I know we've done some toys from some 80s episodes, some 90s episodes.
We have.
So, when we were but youths. So, as big kids in 2012, I am not really. Aside from like a PlayStation 3 game or something, I can't think of anything, as far as a toy that I or either one of us might have had.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see what the cool toy trends evolved to in 2012. You're right, because I mean, obviously, I think we even made the joke a lot. I mean, it was a lot of cheap plastic back in the 80s and 90s, but it was fun. It was fun, cheap plastic. I feel like toys got crazier, and obviously, like with like robotics and computing, it's just become wild. So what are the kids doing? What are the kids doing?
First off, before we go into anything of the specifics, I thought this was interesting. They have there's a toy of the year for boy toy of the year, and there's a girl toy of the year. And I was just looking at the names of these toys just to show what they cater to demographically. So here are the nominees for the boy toy of the year: Hot Wheels Wall Tracks, Beyblade Metal Masters Performing Top Battle Assortment, Hexbug Nano Hive Habitat Set, Laser Stunt Chaser, the Star Wars Ultimate FX Lightsaber, or Thomas and Friends Trackmaster Cranky and Flynn Save the Day. So those are the nominees for the boys. Right. Spoiler, the Hot Wheels Wall Tracks one. And
sounds pretty badass.
Here is the girl nominees: Fidget Friends interactive figures, Dora Fiesta Favorites Kitchen, Justin Bieber Rockin' Tour Bus and Concert Stage Playset.
Rockin' Tour Bus. What episode of Justin Bieber Rockin' Tour Bus?
I don't know. We don't have any footage of it. That's sold out. The Lalaloopsy Silly Hair, whatever Lalaloopsy Silly Hair is, and Mini Lalaloopsy Treehouse, Monster High, and Squinky's Adventure Mall Surprise. And also, spoiler there, it was Fidget Friends that won. But
Squinky.
I mean, there is, for the boys have Beyblade Metal Masters Performance Top Battle Top, and girls have Lalaloopsy Silly Hair. I mean, those are just...
Beyblade just sounds like, I don't know, Beyonce fighting with a saber. Beyblade.
So that was those were just the nominees for the toy of the year. But
Yeah, we're all...
first here we have a Furby, but what? Furby. But how could you say Furby? That Furby didn't come out in 2012. You were right. Furby did not come out in 2012. 14 years in retirement, Furby is back. He's one of several retro toys that are expected to be on wish lists this holiday season. The addition of Furby has come a long way from its first incarnation, technically speaking. This is the first Furby with LCD eyes. This is the first Furby with an app. In the Furby Boom series are the only Furby models that can switch between several personalities, so it's schizophrenic. 2012 and Boom Furbies use ultrasound to communicate with others and also their respective applications, so it can talk to dolphins. The protocol used for transmitting data is called Calm Air. It was developed by General Plus, the manufacturer of the CPUs in those models. So it also spies on you. But yes, and the suggested price for this Furby in 2012 was 54 doll hairs.
Damn, that's steep.
Which seems like a little bit for a Furbs here. I believe AI producers got hooked us up with.
I mean, all they did was just upgrade the Furby. It's like this. It's like the new Terminator. You know, it's like they just gave it sweet eyes and just some bullshit.
Let me see here. Did we not have? Did I not? Well, I think I know what happened. Unfortunately, this was. Let me just get rid of this. Spoiler it for that later. Sometimes this happens on with AI producer. So strangely enough, if there are some videos that are meant for children, they don't allow us to save them to a playlist. So unfortunately, I cannot pull that up. But hold on a second. Let me see if I can quickly pull down here.
Furby, dude. Yeah, like I wonder, like, are people gonna go nuts for it again and like fight each other in stores for a Furby, or are we over that? We're not. That's not. A
there we go. Sorry for the technical difficulties, folks. I have pulled this up. That was my bad. We're gonna share the screen of the new Furby from 2012. Here's some nightmare fuel.
A mind of its own. What a fucking slogan. Oh my god, I don't like the eyes.
You feed it with your phone.
Listen,
Oh, telling it secrets?
Tickle me.
Oh my god.
It's become sentient and turned on me. It's creepy, dude. And it's like, it's just all, you can see like the people, they just took all this other influence. I mean, I feel like it's like a minion or something, making all weird noises and shit.
For the oopsie, wrong one, my bad. I was on toys. The the Furby just looks I mean, for as updated as it looks, all the dancing was doing, and it made it less cute and more sinister, it seems.
It really did.
If you had $54 to drop in 2012, you can get yourself a demonic Furby.
They can barely get these off the shelves at Five Below now. These things, I can't even probably get rid of the Furbies, the 2012 Furbies.
I don't care if they had LCD eyes; they're staring into my soul. And apparently also 2012 was the year of the tablet wars. So going from, let me see, the counterclockwise here starting, there is the Meep Kids tablet, the Leap Pad 2, the Taboo, or Tabeo, Taboo, and the InnoTab 2 learning app. respectively $149, $99, another $149, and $79. So
yeah,
surprisingly, 3 of these still are in, like, they still make these. Like, you would think that Apple or Microsoft would have kicked them out of this market. Like, they made here kid, here's my iPad mini, or here's a Microsoft tablet or Surface tablet or whatever. The only one that is no longer made is the Tabo, probably because it's so hard to pronounce, but it was made by Toys R Us, which went out of business. So
yeah,
when
one last
Toys
ditch effort there by Toys R Us to stay in it.
we can make it the market up. We can make our money back with a tablet, but I can see the benefit of having, I guess, like a $99 or $149 that's way cheaper than $400 or $500 or $600 for a tablet to give your kid to play on.
Yeah.
This thing, you probably spill a juice box on it, have it drop.
It's a cheap alternative, and I mean, I think like obviously internet Wi-Fi connectivity on them, and it's like, I think really where all this goes awry is like if you got like an Amazon tablet or you got an Apple tablet, it's like eventually kids just find a browser and they're gone anyway. They're just gonna watch a ton of YouTube, and I'm sure like you couldn't find porn on these things easily, so I'm sure that was a good marketing tool for them.
Yeah, definitely not Tabo.
Not Tabo, yeah.
Not Toys R Us Tabo.
Jimmy, we found Pornhub on your Tabo. We need to talk about this.
We need to talk to Jiffy the giraffe here. We got to get him up. What are you doing to our children? But yeah, that was the tablet wars of 2012. Did you own either? Were you a child of the tablet wars? Did you survive? Do you still have your weapon from the tablet wars?
Those were bloody days. Those tablet wars.
Video below. Next up is the Wii U. So the Wii U, after the success of the Wii U kind of hit a little bit of a snag here. It says the controller was bulky and heavy, making it unwieldy to use. The gamepad had a very limited battery life, could only stream games from the Wii U console on the same network, meaning that it wasn't a truly portable system. Hardcore gamers saw it as an overpriced, underpowered gimmick console, and casual gamers were perfectly happy to keep the Wiis that they already had. There was no third-party games, and even the first-party games that it did have were lacking in many ways. There was no Fire Emblem, no Kirby, no Animal Crossing, and no other popular Nintendo IPs. Wow. It didn't even get a mainline Zelda until the day it died. Nintendo formally announced the end of its production January 31st, 2017. The ability to purchase content through Nintendo's eShop was discontinued as of March 27th, 2023.
And then at that point, they were like, hey, guys, here's the Switch is the thing we were actually trying to make. Instead, we gave you this kind of right off the assembly line piece of doo-doo that wasn't the Switch. So sorry, and here's the Switch.
I don't know if I knew anyone who had a Wii. I knew many people who had a Wii. I don't think I knew anyone who had a Wii U.
Yeah, it's weird. And I remember hearing the name and it coming out, and again, it being a whole different kind of interface and way to play, especially, I mean, you can literally see the Switchness in this thing, right? I mean, they basically were like, they learned from all the mistakes. The original Wii was all white. It kind of stood up. It was kind of like a horizontally based system. They were like, no, let's drop this one. We'll make it vertical. The black choice, the sleek kind of, I don't know what they were trying to do. Maybe they were trying to like get into like being more like PS3 or something. And it just looks really chunky and awful.
It especially for the critique of it being, wieldy and bulky, like that to me does not ring true of things I am aware of with Nintendo, right? Like, sure, like the OG Nintendo was like a rectangle and, but it's still real. The original controller, the NES, like fits in your hand. Game Boy fits in your hand. Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, all fits in your hand. Even the Wii wand, slides on your hand. This thing, like, what did you guys do? Why did you guys put a phone book with a LCD screen in it? Like, what were you guys thinking? Nintendo?
Again, a definite swing and a miss for them, which is weird because, like, again, I think they're just heralded as being that kind of developer that they do just like when they hit big, and this didn't seem to do that. Because like you said, it's not like you can look back now, is there a big storied title that was only on Wii U? It's probably just not.
And as of the airing of this podcast, the online functionality will be discontinued on April 8th, 2024. So
Guys, get on it.
This is your last time to download anything or
get it all
online with your Wii U. Next up, so I put this in here, Tom, because in our previous episode,
what in the fuck is this,
dude? We mentioned the extensive Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like play sets. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Secret Sewer Lair play set.
Huge.
Playmates has brought the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Sewer Lair to life with details such as a zip line and swinging tires. But dude, I know we had the Technodrome on. I know we had all the
talked about the sewer set,
the mobile, the different
the 80s one. And I'll tell you straight up right now, the artistry of that first one, and possibly just the quality of it, this thing looks like this shit's breaking in a few months. It just looks like a piece of shit.
For the fine construction quality of that you're noting, guess how much the suggested retail price when this came out was in 2012?
$80. $120
on the nose, bro. $119.99.
Damn, that is steep. That's a lot for a lot of plastic. And again, like, I mean, they're getting you because they're the whole, over 40 inches tall. But I mean, is that it?
Yeah, there's no, in all of the turtles and all of the foot soldiers, everyone on that box, none of those figures come with that box. All figures sold separately. So you were paying $120 for a bunch of breakable plastic that I guarantee you, whatever kid gets this in the first time, the parent probably setting this up is going to break it in pieces when they're trying to fit the plastic together. I mean,
this is a fucking Christmas nightmare for some parent that has to build this thing.
And much like the top of this category where I said the boy toys and the girl toys, so if boys get Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in 2012, what the girls get? They get the Monster High School playset.
Yeah, I definitely miss this fad. So is this just like, it's like every like Hot Topic girl you ever met now is like a Barbie doll? Like, what is this?
So this was made by Mattel, and the first thing that says here from Air Producer is, yes, they're discontinued. This generation ended around 2017. Pardon me, Monster High as a whole was discontinued in 2018. They only launched the new generation and collector dolls in the original style in the last couple of years. All of these dolls are very expensive now and are only available secondhand. I have never heard of Monster High School.
Never heard of it. It looks like this is what goes down at Monster High School. Again, you dress like you're working at Hot Topic. You look like you could be undead.
Oh, looks like they were ahead of the curve with K-pop though. This looks like a little like Korean boy they'll have a crush on. Oh, look at you guys. Mattel was ahead of the curve. They got like a little and he's not they may be at Monster High, but he seems to be like unmonstery. So maybe all the monster girls have a crush on this like K-pop boy.
They're gonna suck his blood in a blood orgy.
And they're going to do something to him. He's the only boy in the set. He's the only one. They're going to fight over him.
Monster High. I think the only thing that was Monster High was the development team that created this piece of shit.
And for the low price of $78.87 for some weird reason, it has 87 cents as a suggested price. But
stacked.
They're talking much like how women get paid less than men. Even their toys cost less than men. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle $120. Monster High $80.
Oh yeah.
So this I thought was interesting too, considering this is toys. This next thing, I wouldn't classify this as a toy, but this was in the must-haves for the holiday season of 2012. Dude, a straight up Razor Pocket Mod electric scooter.
What?
Dude, that's what it says. It was one of the most sought after holiday toys for 2012.
It looks really tiny.
Dude, if you need any proof that retailers are expecting parents to be more willing to splurge on toys this year, look no further than the Razor Pocket Mod electric scooter. Priced at $249, a Power Wheels Dune Racer ride-on toy and the Razor Pocket Mod electric scooter pictured here. So they had a Power Wheels, which was a trike, and then this thing, which I guess if you were too big to fit in a Power Wheels tricycle, you get this thing. You get a I don't know what top
stand on it and
dude,
everything.
I don't know what top speed this gets up to, but
That's what I want to know. I mean, what is this thing? You know, are we taking the governor off this thing? I mean, what can we get it? Is this street legal? Can I like go down can I roll down to the liquor store on this thing and not get pulled over?
I think with the electric battery, there's no gears to shift through. It's just the electric. It's just start or go. But you're kind of like putting your child's you're asking an awful lot of your kid to give them this thing and be like, don't kill yourself.
With great power comes
yeah,
great responsibility in this sweet scooter.
But this also again, I don't understand how this seems a little much for a toy. This is more like a way to get from point A to point B, a way to get from your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sewer to your Monster High. But this does have this starts off the couple locomotive or vehicles, I guess, for toys. The next being I've never heard of this thing, man. This was the outdoor toy of the year, a rock board scooter.
What?
Yeah,
it just looks like a more souped up Razor scooter. Like what's so special about it?
We have a little locomotion here. We have this pulled up. This you'll see how cool.
Is somebody gonna rip on a?
You'll see how
a
cool.
couple of half pipes on it.
Almost.
Oh yeah, I get it.
When it's time to
Mom supervising.
You want power that will last. You want the Rockboard Mini. Advanced Rockboard propulsion technology. Durable construction, easy fold-away storage, advanced technology, super-powered outdoor fun. Rock out with the Rockboard Mini.
That just cuts to hold on a second. We gotta hold on. This is a great cut. Oh, this is awesome.
Fun. Rock out with the Rockboard Mini.
They gave up. They just gave up on the commercial. They didn't give a shit. They're like, just cut to them all together. This is a piece of shit product. But it's the whole motion that you're doing. It seems incredibly stupid. Like what? I mean, I don't understand. Like,
yeah.
So you're propelling it along with your weird like back and forth on this like.
It's like you're using like a seesaw for one to make a scooter go. And
it's so stupid. It's got the big stupid like air brake on it, like used to have on like the bikes.
Dude, and this was the outdoor toy of the year. I unfortunately don't have a suggested retail cost for this. I'm guessing this is probably
too much.
Too much. Probably like $100. But dude, I looked to see if this was, producer looked to see if this is discontinued. They still make this, so nice. I don't, or they are still available. So if you want to have your children not like you and cry because they didn't get a bike, why don't
I hate you, Dad?
Yeah, go on to eBay and get yourself a Rockboard scooter. And and if you think, oh, this isn't for me, I want something that's also equally as terrible. What about this fucking thing, dude? the Yvolution Flicker F1 scooter.
Fire all these people that work for these companies.
This scooter, available only at Toys R Us, is unlike traditional Kickstarter.
There you go. Wholly available at Toys R Us.
You mean it's unlike the outdoor toy of the year, the Rockboard scooter? Kids will need to use a side-to-side motion to glide down the street. That sounds as stupid as it is, because we've got ourselves.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know if this is a oopsie, wrongy thing. Sorry, I go to the wrong thing. I don't know if this is a commercial or if this is like someone who wanted to have his kid like be famous. But yeah, look at this. This makes very little sense.
Oh God. Oh God. Cringy. They like rented out this like big warehouse space to film this.
Make sure your feet are square to the foot plates.
Tutorial.
This is very important to keep the center of gravity.
Very important.
The center of your foot. Start swinging your body left to right in a hopping motion, back and forth. The key to this motion is moving your body left to right over the center of your gravity.
That's the key to it.
Repetitive motion, pushing on your outside edge.
Dizzying, and you're gonna fall off.
The faster you twist and push, the faster you'll go. The Flicker Pro foot plates
as long as the floor
right. This gives you the unique ability to twist
gravel
over the edge of your scooter, allowing you to turn sharper and move quicker.
No.
To turn, you want to swing your body over the center of gravity and cut in.
I love that. He's like, to turn, swing your body over the center of gravity.
Yeah.
Like, good luck. Okay, it's hard enough for a kid to ride a fucking bike. Okay, you're gonna give him this, and then like, you know what though? I say that, and I'm sure like kids today are just freaks of nature, and they're just like picking up all this stuff. You know, like if my dad was like, here you go, like gave that to me, I'd be like, I gotta do all this to just move there, like go in that direction. That's a lot of shit.
Can you imagine all your friends in your neighborhood have bicycles and you have the Yvolution Flicker F1 scooter?
Yeah.
Dude, hey guys, wait up! I'm on my Yvolution F1
Nerd alert! Yeah, you'd be in trouble. Yeah,
Dude,
unfortunately.
What happens if you go over anything that isn't like flat?
I know, you're done.
Dude,
That thing is
toast.
done. Look at those wheels; they can't take that.
I know, like whatever like structural integrity that thing has, like I can't see it, dude. I can't see it. I mean, even in that tutorial, it was like with a side to side motion. How many times will a foot going like this or this until that thing snaps off? That pedal's
Exactly.
snap off.
Oh yeah, it looks very cheaply made. It'd be one thing if it's like when you did that, you were almost like moving those big bars that you're on, but you're just moving these little paddles that are on the bar. You're done. You're done.
That retailed for $19.99 in 2012. So again, I wouldn't say anything like what we grew up having as kids that I would ask for under the Christmas tree in the holiday season. But if you were a child of 2012, maybe you got the shit kicked out of you for having a Yvolution Flicker scooter or the outdoor toy of the year, the Rockboard scooter.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say just from top down glance, man, toys really aren't as cool as they used to be. Sorry, I know that's gonna be possibly ageist of me, but not into the toys of 2012. But you know, if you had a great memory growing up playing Monster High with your brothers, Ninja Turtles, Tower, this segment was for you.
And don't forget to get on your Wii U because it's going offline in like a day.
If you've heard anything right now, you better get on that shit and download it right tonight. That was awesome.
Yeah.
2 down, 1 to go. I guess should we take another breaky poo? Come back.
We got a little sponsor throw, and then we have one more category and one more segment for you here on this latest episode of Anachronology.
Hang tight. See you soon. Bye.
After this motherfucking messages, we'll be right back.
This portion of Anachronology is brought to you by Clam Jam. Dive into a new spreadable sensation with Clam Jam. Tired of the same sweet spreads? Shake up your morning routine with the savory delight of Clam Jam. Crafted from fresh, briny clams, it's the perfect coastal twist for your morning toast. Say goodbye to ordinary breakfast and hello to a taste of the sea with Clam Jam. Elevate your salads and pasta creations with a dollop of Clam Jam. It's a taste of the sea in every bite. Feeling bold? Add it to stuffed olives for a Bloody Mary like no other. Clam Jam, where sea meets spread, creating culinary magic.
Hello, Anachronology viewers. I am here to remind you that you can view or listen to our program on any of the available social media platforms. You have a multitude of choices to enjoy our weekly adventures throughout the space-time continuum. We thank you for your continued support and look forward to providing you with incredible content and amazing nostalgic feels. Now back to your regular scheduled year. Goodbye. You are watching Anachronology.
Oh yeah. Thank you, AI producer. We got to put him to work sometimes. He just doesn't do much. So now we're having him do some ad reads for us. But everything he said is true. You can find us all over the interwebs, social media sites. Yeah, check us out. I mean, that's half the fun.
Yeah, check us out.
Yeah, we do it all.
We do it all. Thank you guys so much for coming along with us. And if you want to keep updated, that's all you got to do is click the little buttons. But what do you know? You know who you're talking to. So coming up here, our last category, Tom. This one is advertising. So I know that we did. I know a couple episodes ago we did have some advertising category, but obviously that was further in the past. 2012. I am guessing there's going to be some a boost in, let's say, computer graphics. I don't know if maybe production, like just cinematography, acting, even maybe even scope of what is going on. But I'm looking at quite a few. We got quite a few. Luckily, there's just there's some shorty commercials, so it shouldn't be too bad. But they're kind of broken up here into segments. It looks like a big trend in 2012 was to have animals involved in the the product, whatever they're pushing. They said, hey, let's put some animals in this. So if we go here to the videotape, the first one is from Folksam Insurance, and I believe this is a company out of the Netherlands. I believe Folksam. So this name here, Denmark, maybe. But let's just see, for starters, let's see what they do here in 2012.
Eva, one of our 4 million owners, has a cat insured with Folksam.
Okay.
This one is for you.
Pet. I believe I can fly. Kelly, we got to turn this down just in case.
Wow.
All right. So this is just cats skydiving.
It's incredible.
This company paid for R. Kelly's catalog. It spells the name of the owner. Pulls a ripcord somehow.
There's so much to say.
Visit folksam.se and tell us what.
That was
out the gate. I mean, that needle drop alone, super expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, 2012, R. Kelly was way before all the shit from R. Kelly started sifting out. He was living a pretty good life. I'm sure he asked a pretty penny for that. And then the cat CG there through the roof. I mean, making those cats appear to be skydiving was impressive.
And rather, like, I guess kind of like wholesome, like for a commercial. Like, I guess even the Danes, like the cats were all spelling out the name of the cat owner, like showing the owner some love.
Yeah.
Usually cats are known for being very aloof or very just kind of, hey, where's my food? Get away from me. So very, very kind of sweet. But again, that is the first of several animal themed commercials we have. Next up is a slew of them from Subaru.
Okay.
So we got this.
Built tough, baby.
Outback taking a little Fast and Furious slide.
That's why you buy a Subaru.
Oh, but the dogs are driving it. And you left the window down, and the dad dog is mad.
Adventure on a deeper level. The Subaru.
Oh my God, adorbs.
So that kind of sets the stage. Okay, so let's go to the next one real quick.
Okay, they're going with the theme here.
Yeah. Oh, little
wow.
Oh.
Get away from it all. In the
that's hard not to
go wrong with dogs. And add a skunk in the mix. Come on.
Let's get it again. Oh, the next one.
Tackle unexpected terrain.
He's pissed.
The Subaru Forester with symmetrical all-wheel drive.
Would trip you out if you ever saw a dog really driving. I don't know. I don't know how anyone would react to that. You would be pinching yourself and doing a lot of thinking. Like, what am I fucked up?
Very, very relatable though. Having the toys in the front yard, the dog bark at the dad dog. Like, hey, I bought these. I'm driving home from work and I got to buy you new toys. So very relatable. And then the last one here, this Subaru. Last one. I mean, who hasn't done this when you were, well, I don't know if kids do this now. They're probably too busy looking at the tablet or a phone. With the little baby doggy.
What a dangerous highway to be driving on. All these dogs.
Oh, he does the old honk your horn.
But then it turns into Steven Spielberg's
Duel.
Subaru Forester.
Dogs. Wow. So that's Subaru bringing
thing, yeah.
And then again, sticking with the animals, let's see what Vitamin Water brings to the table.
Dude, the Saks is what's selling me. Get it?
Oh yeah, this is kind of a little there's some pets and cats with a melon head.
Like Meme World.
Kind of. Definitely they have there it is. CGI antelope.
Wow, and he rides it. Oh yeah, this is like memes. There's Crazy Cat or Taco Cat.
Yep. So that was also even though super CGI antelope that he got on again. they're bringing in the animals, and then this is a different kind of animal. But once again, this one's definitely risky. Oh yeah, wait. There's the payoff here makes sense though. The payoff makes sense.
Some little Harry Met Sally vibes.
Yeah. Yes. Mom, Dad, I got a job. I'm this girl in this commercial.
I know. So proud. Oh.
Hey, I don't come here for the ambiance.
Wow, Ted.
Teddy bear hair, you can get away with anything. Get some.
Yeah, that's a little. I mean, that seems like a
little cross promotion there. Little Seth MacFarlane making some money. Or what's this?
Yeah, that seems. Yeah, Seth MacFarlane. Yeah, the voice of Ted. So I don't know if that was a crossover or it must have been a crossover, but yeah, that was quite risque. So now. We're going to change gears a little bit, but also still keeping it weird, kind of like a little bit like animal related, kind of. But this is for actually a company that I have bought their products before.
Oh, nice.
So my family's looking for beef that's all natural and hormone free.
That's me, all natural.
Because I don't want hormones in my kids.
That would be bad.
Are you taking growth hormones?
That's ridiculous.
Damn.
Because there's a needle in
Vascular as hell.
Hunch.
That's not mine.
I have also bought Applegate. It's pretty good.
Yeah, right.
Throwing a little dark comedy in there or whatever.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad for especially like for selling bacon, you know what I mean, or hot dogs. Yeah. Not too bad. Next up, we have one thing that I've seen, at least in this crop of commercials, you kind of mentioned like that meme commercial. They get definitely weird, little kind of almost borderline. I don't want to say psychedelic, but definitely a little surreal, a little out there. So here's a Little Caesars commercial.
Woo! Fish! Woo! $5 pizza! Woo!
Woo! Thompson! Woo! Woo! Woo!
I mean,
sure.
I mean, just for like somebody was kicking around. It's like, what do we got to sell a $5 pizza? I don't know who came up with that or who greenlit it, but also just weird to have someone going fishing, holding up his fish, guy with a pizza, saying woo, some girl coming over the dog. Not too much going on, but also weird enough where it doesn't make sense at all, but it makes sense in context of wanting to sell.
Yeah, good advertising. It's memorable. You know, you might remember it because it was super fucking weird, and then it's boom, it's pizza. I'm gonna spend $5.
And sticking on with some food, here we go. Well, I don't know if I remember this one, but here's some Skittles. Ooh.
What are you doing?
Oh, hey, this isn't what it looks like.
Good, because it looks like you're making out with my boyfriend.
This isn't Bobby. He just looks like Bobby. He said he's like these new Skittles riddles. The colors on the outside don't match the flavors on the inside. Like this one, it's green, but really it's fruit punch.
Oh.
You can't have it. You can't have it.
Deceive the rainbow.
Yeah.
Taste the
Yeah,
rainbow.
this is on brand though. This is Skittles' bag. They just there's been some strangely weird Skittles commercials. This one's pretty.
This one I definitely remember, but this one's a good one.
You're acting so funny. What's wrong, Billy?
I should probably tell you, this isn't just my complexion. My doctor says I have Skittles pox.
Skittles pox?
And this is good payoff here.
Yep.
Are they contagious?
Yeah, good payoff. No, he says he's shaking his
I
head.
don't think so.
Yeah.
Contract the rainbow.
Contract the rainbow.
And then, so here's one that also we're sticking with food here. So here's one that I don't remember seeing, but apparently it says it was a banned Super Bowl ad. So let's fire this up.
Ooh. Been there.
Got the bubble guts.
Ooh. Oh yeah. It's your own brand, dog.
So he's putting the Doritos scent in the air.
Doritos can be a little farty. Makes sense.
A little cheesy funk.
Smells good. Can I have one?
Okay, that almost feels like that it was a band commercial, but that had remember obviously all the like make the viewer made commercials. That felt like a viewer made commercial. Very simple premise, two actors.
Somewhere online there is. I was in a Doritos a commercial, not a one that aired, but one of those film. If Doritos chooses your commercial, you'll be on the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I wonder. I know the guy that's who filmed it.
We have to find it and play
it.
It's
I wonder where that lives.
amazing.
I wonder if I could even find it on like digging through my email or something. But I definitely I wasn't in one quite that good, but I tried to be. What do we have next up here? This one is. I feel like I remember this one too. A little bit longer. I think this is the longest one, like at a minute 20. But I love you, Nani. Grandma Diane.
Kiss me once, then kiss me twice, then kiss me once again.
Does a good job of like, okay, what could this be for?
Wow.
Out of the
Oh no.
Grammy.
Boy, poor Granny.
I know.
I like that. That's awesome.
So
that alone.
Kiss me once, then kiss me twice. Kiss me once again.
The leveling up in this commercial.
I won't make it to the meeting, so the guy says, it's my grandma. She had an accident. Let grandma rest in peace.
That's pretty good.
Find a job you want.
Wow.
Go to Zona Jobs.
Honestly,
right?
that's too good of a commercial for Zona Jobs. That was
right.
That was pretty high caliber.
That is good execution, relatable. The old lady's killing it. Just at the look on her face after she's died.
And she's an old lady. I mean, it's just the idea that they put her through that was pretty hilarious.
Zona Jobs, not too bad. And then, of course, Old Spice commercials. Of course.
Oh, another level.
Repeat after me. I will make it to the big championship. I will win all the first place medals. And most
Look how
of the
he's
other ones.
swimming.
I will cure all
the
world problems. I will die a hero. But I will live forever for my line of premium table crackers.
I mean,
wow. Yeah, just it doesn't need to make sense. Just how weird can we make it?
Like those, I want to say, was Terry Crews in the first ones? Yeah, so like the blow up of the Old Spice, which Terry Crews to thank.
There was
for
the
help.
guy. I know Terry Crews did do like one or two of them, and then there's like the real like the centaur guy.
Right,
that
guy.
guy.
That's
when I think that's when it started to kind of get really, really weird.
Right. I think that's what I'm. Terry Crews wasn't it, but yeah, that I believe that centaur guy was
those were great.
The start of this, yes, and then to wrap up this commercial, we have to give a shout out to Robo Jules, because this is the channel that is from. This isn't a real commercial that aired, but it could be, and I really liked it, so I'm putting it in the 2012. And if you know, you know.
What kind of beer do you like? Heineken? Fuck that shit! Pabst Blue Ribbon! I've got Pabst Blue Ribbon on my mind. More and more.
Right.
Because Heineken is good.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Oh man. So yeah, that was if anyone has not seen the David Lynch film Blue Velvet, that is what that is taken from. And I just really liked that guy made a Pabst Blue Ribbon commercial using Blue Velvet. So those were some of the wacky, wild, zany commercials advertising from 2012. I mean, as far as commercials go, not terrible. You know what I mean? Not terrible. That one grandma one is a banger. The ones, they had a pedigree of just putting out very watchable commercials. And if you smoked a bunch of weed, the Skittles commercials were always pretty much fun to watch.
Yeah, I think advertising is alive and well in 2012. There's lots of comedy interjected in there. Again, I was shocked at all the adverse amounts of wasted money. They always say don't make movies or commercials with kids or animals, and they chose animals, and in some cases kids and animals. So that's an incredibly expensive endeavor that does pay off when it's adorable and you sell a bunch of your product. So cheers.
And as to kind of tie in, I guess, a little bit with advertising, we are going to have the final segment of the show. We're rounding the bend here, and this is a brand new segment here on Anachronology. We are calling Yuck or Yum.
All right.
I am sure people who have heard the phrase like "Don't yuck my yum." And basically, was in 2012 they put out all sorts of new food items from fast food chains, some all around the world, and what might be delicious to someone might be not so delicious to another person. But that doesn't mean that you should yuck their yum. But what we're going to ask here, Tom, we're going to look at some things, and do you find it yucky or do you find it yummy? So we got a good smattering to come from. Not all gross, I would say, looking at this list, not all gross. So for starters, the first ever yuck or yum, out of the gate, kind of a softball. This is the barbecue bacon Rapster from KFC Canada.
Interesting. Honestly, I would eat that. That looks kind of appealing.
I would eat that. I mean, KFC isn't my favorite fried chicken place, but Canada KFC, it probably has a little better
pedigree.
Yeah, probably has a little better pedigree. And how hard, like, I mean, I'm seeing some bacon, I'm seeing fried chicken, some sort of sauce in a tortilla. It's kind of hard to fuck that up.
I agree. And I think people before them have done it fairly well. You got your Crunch Wrap from Taco Bell. You know, people have figured out how to make this delicious. Yeah. The only red flag in it is possibly the BBQ part. I always think when BBQ is thrown on anything, it's either way too much BBQ or it's a hint of BBQ. So either that is going to be tasting real barbecue saucy, which could possibly cancel out some other flavor there.
You know, you're not wrong there, buddy. I didn't think of that because it could be very one note. But still, yeah, I would eat this. But still, I'd give it. I'd try it.
Yum.
Next up from McDonald's, Fish McBites. Yes, these were a real thing. Fish McBites. They are no longer, I believe, served, but
little fish balls, like they're like basically little tiny fish nuggies.
So I'll fall on the sword here. I'm going to give this a yum. The fish fillet sandwich, truthfully,
it's good.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's one of the most, I think, staple items on there besides just a regular like cheeseburger or something. Like if you have that taste, you remember it. It's like nostalgic. You're like, yeah, this is good. This is a consistently good thing. Now this,
I'm going to give it a shot.
All right. I love the bravery of the yum rating. And to be perfectly honest, like if I went into this scenario and people were like, you like the McFish, right? It's just little McFishes. Then I would yum it up and I would probably, I'd probably try it.
That's my logic going. Like, I very, very seldom go to McDonald's. And if I do, I'm very seldom getting the fish fillet. But I can taste it in my mouth. Like that's how indelible McDonald's is. Like I can taste it, and I'm like, oh, it doesn't taste so bad. So as long as I'm going at it like understanding that that's what you get, mini little fish fillets. I'll give
it. Looks like with an accompanied tartar sauce package, which of course would be essential. I'm sure being in McDonald's, flavor, you'd not have it you'd leave the drive-through and not have the fucking.
Of course
you would not have it, which would ruin it. And are these the sizes? It looks like you can really go up to a big old tub of fish McBites.
Yeah, they should only offer.
There's a lot of fish McBites in there.
Yeah, you should. Maybe that's what took them off the menu. They were stretching themselves too thin. They should only allowed one portion of fish.
But again, I will say what I like is when places like this think about some gross slob getting these things, it's just so that they can drive and just shovel fish McBites into their mouth as they're driving. That's it.
Oh man, well, 2012 is I think it's the last time we saw fish McBites, but.
Aww.
Now this is the breakfast waffle sandwich from Jack in the Box.
Oof.
I am going to say I used to live near Jack in the Box, and I will give Jack in the Box. I will give you this. Your dollar menu is second to none.
No kidding,
dude. Their dollar menu
is that a Texas thing?
Oh, dude, yeah. Egg rolls, chicken fingers. You could get a decent burger, tacos, jalapeno poppers, mozzarella sticks. I would roll in there, dude. I could spend $20, and it was like I went and got a week's worth of groceries. It was insane. All of it. Now, I'm saying that to say, anything else on the Jack in the Box menu, steer clear of. Like I have never had any.
Is it like a blueberry waffle? It has some kind of nondescriptness on it. I can't just. Is it chocolate chips? What kind of waffle is it?
It's a little flavor chunk. It looks like, dude. Even that sausage patty doesn't even look like the color. I have eaten a lot of sausage patties. I've grilled a lot of sausage patties.
Agreed.
I have.
When things have a sheen to them and look, I would describe as waxy.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how that's gonna translate. That's a yuck to me.
Yeah,
dude.
I love your dollar menu Jack in the Box, but there is no way I can give this a yuck. It's got to be a yuck. This one, KFC shrimp stars from Singapore. I would now, because this is from Singapore, and they freaking eat the shit out of fish. You know what I mean? Like their whole diet consists, like, as much as we have red meat, they have
shrimp star.
So I would bet that this is a yum. I would bet this is a yum because again, it's from Singapore where they eat a lot of fish. So I don't know if it would be good, but I'm guessing it is a yum.
I would try one. I guess you're right. It's just like, it's like they may not be into the chicken. Who cares about the chicken? We get to replace it with something that's more topical to the demographic. So it's shrimp. But shrimp star, any kind of star affiliation with the sea, I'm immediately going to I'm going to a butthole. Starfish. That's all my mind went to is shrimp star. I don't know why. I just thought of an aquatic butthole, so I'm not hungry anymore.
It's very possible that these might taste like an aquatic butthole, considering they are KFC shrimp stars. If this was stateside, no way. I would try this. So like, I don't know what this would be. I'd give it a shot though. Yeah, I would give it a shot.
I'll try it. Sure, I'll try one. Try shrimp star.
Next up is the Taco Bell's AM Crunch Wrap with Mountain Dew mixed with orange juice chaser.
Oh, they ruined it with the Mountain Dew chaser. That's disgusting, dude. That's gross, and there's no way that tastes really good. No. Now, I've had a morning Crunch Wrap, and it's pretty fire. I'll be honest with you. I'm a fan of that. When they get that hash brown in there, it's a perfect breakfast bite on the go if it's got to be fast and dirty. And then the best part is you get all your condiments, your hot sauces on that. But I don't think you're quenching much of a thirst when you're sloshing together orange juice and Mountain Dew.
Oh no, that's definitely a deal breaker. And dude, didn't they have a different from like the fire sauce or whatever? Didn't they have a morning salsa, like a different kind of sauce?
I don't remember. I would assume they did.
I could have swear they had like a different type of sauce for the morning item. So yes, definitely yum to the Crunch Wrap. I mean, sometimes Taco Bell can just knock it out of the park, you can see here, and sometimes they really drop the ball, as you can see here with the Mountain Dew.
Yeah, that's a hard pass for me, dog.
Yeah.
Again, I'll eat the breakfast wrap. Fine.
I ain't drinking that, dude. Even if you just
want water, please. You have water, please.
Dude, even if you probably asked just
for water,
you're probably like sneaking Mountain Dew into the orange juice that you ordered. No, you got to give them the orange juice. Next up is the Pizza Bon from Cinnabon. No way. There's no way that's good, dude.
It's an incredibly lazy invention, honestly. And I mean, no way. It looks like something it's just like a Hot Pocket or some shit.
You know, when you get like bad pizza, like you can taste how poor the ingredients are. It's just like the cheese doesn't taste good, the crust doesn't taste as good, the pepperoni's weird, the tomato sauce.
Ugh.
Pizza Bon or Cinnabon isn't spending any more money on ingredients than they have to. So there's no way in hell that they're going top shelf for a pizza bun. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way this is good.
This
no
was
way.
a genius invention in their mind to get rid of like day old dough.
Yes. Yeah. The day old dough, and like one of the owners like won a card game with some other food purveyor, and he paid him in cheese and pepperoni, and he said, well, I gotta do something with this. But yeah, there's no way the pizza bun is good. No way. Yuck.
Failed.
Need I say more? I mean, come on. And this is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. I mean, come on. I mean,
I ate many of them as well. I remember when it came out, it was like, what a brilliant idea. It's so simple, but it's and yet it just, and then they did like the Cool Ranch one too, which was really good. And you know, it's all the same great taste. It's just that that mashup. That mashup worked.
That's a no-brainer. This goes without saying. This was just this is almost like a palate cleanser amongst the list. Needed something like sane on the list. It's an obvious yum.
Yeah, throw them out and do orange juice with that too, please,
dude. And then this is the ice cream burger, BRRRGER from Carl's Jr.
Ugh.
It looks like a child's play set to make fake food, and this is what it
does. And it's just somebody loved the idea that they could make these like other things look like condiments on it. And what's this like sprinkled crystal meth on the top of it?
I think it's just sugar, dude. I think they just put
some granulated sugar on top.
Unnecessary sugar from Carl's Jr.
Yeah, the genius minds at Carl's Jr. That's a hard pass. That's a yuck.
I love ice cream, and it's like even if it's something that I know I probably won't like, I'll be like, I'll try that because it's ice cream. I ain't trying this. I would never try an ice cream burger. There's no way that's good. Hell no. Speaking of not good, this is the lobster and caviar burger from Wendy's Japan. Dude, Wendy's Japan went all out, and they have caviar and lobster, man.
Like, what's the retail on that, you think? Just the caviar, paying for the caviar alone.
They didn't give me a price. Elliot didn't give me a price, but I can't, like, even the, like,
I'm just trying to figure it out. It's like the one on the right does have a beef patty.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's the one on the left have? Just
is
the
lobster
meat?
I think it's all lobster meat. I think it's all.
Hey, hold the patty. I just want all lobster meat on this one.
Yeah, I mean, and how good is the lobster and caviar you're getting from Wendy's? Even if it's Wendy's Japan, like, how good is it?
It came in a freeze-dried bag. I'll tell you right now. It did not come from those two sea dwellers back there. No way.
Got yucky.
Yuck.
Then if there wasn't enough shrimp on our plate, this is the Grocorco burger from McDonald's with shrimp and cheese. So it's a fried shrimp and cheese patty, like a deep fried shrimp and cheese patty. I don't know what kind of brown sauce it's on there. They didn't. It must be lost to the annals of time, or if anyone can read Japanese, you could probably tell us what is on there.
Yeah, throw it in the comments. I need to know what the brown sauce is. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know why at this very moment I would take a bite of it. I just want to know what that amalgamation tastes like. What does that taste like? Cheese and shrimp is kind of a delicious combination.
I've had shrimp and cheesy grits for sure.
Yeah. So why not bread it? Throw even more cheese on it, and then throw it on a white bun.
Yeah, a little crispy bed of lettuce to remind you that you're slowly dying in between bites of fried cheese and shrimp. Here's a little lettuce here.
I feel like I would finish it and hate myself, but I might try it.
I would try it. I would try
it.
I would try it, but I'm not gonna give it a full on yum, but I would try it. I wouldn't give it a full yuck, but I would try it. Yuck! It's BK's pumpkin burger, also from Burger King Japan.
Big bro.
Dude, this looks like it's a fake ad, but this is really was sold in Japan. Dude, it's a big old just slice of pumpkin hanging out in the middle of the burger, bro.
And like the consistency of that, it cannot be an appealing eat. Like it's all rindy. Like look at the rind that's still on the piece of the cut pumpkin.
And I believe there is some like little pieces of undercooked bacon under the pumpkin. That can't be like the texture of.
I am blown away by that.
The texture of eating like rind and like chewy bacon.
Oh,
that's a yuck for me, bro.
That's a super effing yuck. I love how there's just like randomly like peanuts also just here in this like beautiful food art direction here.
It's to warn anyone who has a food allergy to stay away. This is not fit
God
for human
damn,
consumption.
that's yuck. That is a big yuck.
Yeah, BK, swing and a miss. And then we have the the cheeseburger crust pizza from Pizza Hut Middle East. It looks really involved. Like I don't.
You're right. You're right.
I
It's
would
a lot
I would-
going on.
I don't think this would be good, but I would try it. You know what I mean?
I
Like
mean, I like
don't-
a good cheese. I've had a decent like spin on a cheeseburger pizza
Mhm.
with like the ground beef and the toppings. But you're right. Just looking at how do you eat it? Like, is it like stuffed crust? You eat that like big burger cup at the crust level first, and then gnaw your way back.
that's therein lies the rub, my friend. You eat the crust, and I think the whole thing just falls apart.
It looks,
or you take the two crust and you build like you use the middle toppings to make a burger with the crust. So, I think this probably won't be good. I would try it.
Insane. And they just like globbed like a bunch of like tomatoes and
Like avocado, it looks like.
Yeah, guacamole in the middle of that one.
So this I would try. I don't think it would be good. I'd give it a shot. This one
I'd
I
try
wouldn't
it
try.
twice.
So this is from Pizza Hut UK. This is
Oh,
a
no.
hot dog crust stuffed pizza.
That is like we've gotten greedy now. That's crazy. There's no reason for this.
With a free mustard drizzle. Dude, what is the mustard?
Come for the hot dog crust, stay for the mustard drizzle. I mean, it looks like it's just you're jamming two completely different foods into one thing.
Yeah, I know that this is, like I said, from Pizza Hut UK, and I know British people love like sausage roll is a big thing over there. Like Greg's, the sausage roll is really big over there. So I guess they just said, hey,
well, here you
take
go.
Sausage roll, put a pizza, and then connect it all around. But the mustard drizzle, like, do you just mean mustard? Like, what is the other part of the mustard drizzle? Like,
I know.
it's mustard, but
I mean, one just drizzled mustard on what part of it too? Like, did you drizzle the mustard on the crust? Is it
The
on the
whole
whole
thing?
pizza?
yeah,
I'm not
but
feeling that.
I would eat the Middle East cheeseburger pizza. I'd try that. This I don't even want to. And I like hot dogs and I like pizza, but this just seems like UK you missed the mark. This is actually the probably like aside from the Doritos Locos Tacos, this thing like looks the most appetizing. Also from the Middle East, Kit Kat Pops, just a deep fried Kit Kat. It's like
that looks really good. Yeah, I mean, I love Kit Kats, and if you're just gonna dip it and fry it again, I'll eat that shit.
Yeah, I'll yum that up. We're almost done here, folks. We've got the Double Sensation Pizza. This is from also Singapore. 2 unique crusts, one stuffed with cheesy sausage and another with 3 flavorful cheeses, topped with succulent smoked chicken and turkey and ham on 2 tantalizing sauces, pepper Alfredo and salsa. Surprise your taste buds with every bite.
This is insane. It's basically like the turducken of pizzas. It's like something is stuffed within something else that is stuffed, that is layered. It's like a piece of art, though. Look at it.
One of our first episodes, we did fusion foods or something.
Yes.
And this reminds me of like they got a hold of whatever Good Housekeeping book we got a hold of, and they tried to make a 2012 version of it. But yeah,
the cherry is throwing me though. The cherry is a
Yeah,
different choice. Like to put the cherry right in the middle, the cherry on top. Maybe they thought that was funny.
It's Singapore, bud, but yeah, that's no way. No, you got yucked. And then so this is interesting. So I don't ever remember these. This is the cookie sandwich from Taco Bell. I don't ever remember seeing this.
not ringing a bell.
So this it is in English. So it was either here, Canada, UK, or
churros there. I always had the churros.
Australia or something. But yeah, just this market. So I mean, sure, I'll give it a try. It seems very unassuming. Just a little sweet treat, a little cookie.
Yeah, it's simple. It's 2 cookies attached with frosting in the middle. I'll eat that.
This was from White Castle, cheesecake on a stick.
Lazy.
Yeah, I don't wherever White Castle got their cheesecake, and whatever the chocolate is, whoever's dipping it, like I don't trust anything about this process. Like when you go to a White Castle, you see everything being made, like it smells of the burgers and the onions and everything. This is just coming out of somewhere. I don't
reach.
I don't trust wherever White Castle got this. I know. So I mean, I'm just gonna yuck this right out the gate.
Yeah, I'll just have regular cheesecake. I'll be happy.
And then a strawberry churro from Del Taco. A strawberry churro from Del Taco.
I would fuck that up.
See, you know what, dude? I'm torn between this because I have only had like really good churros, and every other churro I've had has been absolutely terrible. So my fear is this would be a terrible churro. I would give it a try, but
Well, I would say if you're comparing it to like a better churro, you will be disappointed because Del Taco is basically pretty bottom of the barrel. They're like the not Taco Bell Mexican drive-through around town, and I have had it at our local one, and yeah, it's just like it reminds you of a churro, but it's not a very good one.
Yeah, and I always give a churro a chance, and I think I think the churro needs to be like fresh and piping hot. Otherwise, it's just like kind of old bread with some cinnamon and sugar on it. So,
yeah.
I mean, Del Taco, I salute you, but I'm not the churroist of churro guys. And we got two more here. This one looks gross. It is chocolate nachos from El Pollo Loco.
What a horrible presentation. You get a failing grade on that. That looks gross. It looks messy, and it just looks like overload of chocolate. It's just an overload of chocolate. That's all it is.
It looks like someone said we should do something with chocolate. How about chocolate nachos? And they said, okay, we don't know how to do that. And they said, make it anyway because it's disgusting. It's just gross.
Watch me.
Even if you like chocolate, I can't understand how anyone would say, ooh, you know what? Hey, honey, on your way home, can you swing by El Pollo Loco and get me some chocolate nachos? It would really hit the spot.
I would think that like people that are really, really high and like really far along pregnant women were going crazy for this and just asking to have it in the middle of the night.
Oh man, yeah, that's probably the only two demographics that want the chocolate nachos from El Pollo Loco. And the last one from Burger King, the bacon sundae, from which all they did was take their soft serve ice cream and put bacon on it, which
lazy.
That's not even like that's not.
And
even,
it's like, and that look at it. It's just like a big stick of bacon. It's just like a piece of bacon. Like how lazy. And that's what these fast food places do. Is all like they're testers and stuff. They're just like, yeah. And then we took a piece of gross bacon off the frying pan and we just stuck it in there. There it was. Yeah. And we charged $3 for it.
Yeah, so that was thank you guys for playing along at home. That was Yuck or Yum, the newest segment here on Anachronology. Have you had any of those foods before? Did you like them? Did you not like them? Let us know in the comments down below. And if you're in Singapore, tell us how that double sensation pizza with the cherries and Alfredo sauce and salsa works out for you guys.
Yeah, and bring me back a pack of shrimp stars. I want to be eating those. Yeah, that was good. I like that segment. All right, cool. Well, we have officially made it through all three of our topics to speak about here in this wonderful year of 2012. Let's take our final break, come back, and kind of our final thoughts on 2012.
See you in a second.
We'll see you after these very short messages. So get your asses back to the chopper.
And this portion of the Anachronology podcast is brought to you by Little Midgies. Spruce up your outdoor space with Little Midgies, the only HOA-approved lawn jockey. Looking for charming decor? These dwarf-like statues are perfect for your lawn or garden. With undetermined ethnic origin, Little Midgies embrace diversity, adding a touch of inclusivity to your home decor. Each Little Midgie is unique, adding a wink of whimsy to your home. But be warned, collecting them all, nearly impossible. No two Little Midgies are the same. From their adorable smiles to quirky poses, Little Midgies bring personality to every corner of your yard. Start your collection today and embrace the joy of hunting for your favorite Little Midgie. Little Midgies, your guilt-free solution to outdoor delight and diversity.
You are watching Anachronology.
Hey, you made it to the end of the show. Thanks. Welcome back. I hope if you need any home decor, you check out Little Midgies, where no two Little Midgie is the same. Collect them all? You can't.
Gotta collect them all, like Pokemon. But yeah, wow, made it. 2012. What a year. I feel like I learned so much every episode. I forget so much, but I learn so much when we go back and we travel back to these places in time and we get to talk about these kinds of things. And yeah, I guess that's kind of why we do this. Obviously, we're forced to do it by our intergalactic bosses and just the mission we've set out to do, but you're along for the ride. So that's the best part. And again, hope you do either learn something you've never learned before, or it's just get all the feels, all those nostalgic feels of, all the stuff that you ate or played with or watched on TV. Hey, if we can do that, we've done our jobs.
And thank you guys again so much for tuning into the show. I know that this seems kind of like a little bit off the wall program, but hey, don't blame us, blame AI Producer, blame the Epic Traverser. We are only tasked with archiving history in chronological disorder. So you're basically at the mercy, as we're at the mercy of these freaking wacky computer geniuses. So thank you again for coming along with us. We saw a bunch of wacky commercials. We saw a bunch of disgusting food. Hey, we saw some weird toys that I don't understand how anyone would pay $249 for, but yet here they were in the holiday catalog for 2012. I don't know where we're going to go next year or next episode. It'll be some year, and I don't know what we're going to talk about. It'll be who knows what. But man, I continue to have fun on this show. Thank you guys so much for your support. I don't know what to say other than thank you, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.
Absolutely, Clay. We will catch you guys at another time, in another place, in another episode. Later.